prism, and a triangular prism has a triangular base. Now our base in this case will be a triangle, and you realize our triangle is the green part, which is EFD, all right, and it has a perpendicular height of 3,08, which is FG. FG will simply be our perpendicular height. I'll just say it is 3 centimeters. Okay, the height of the prism, you will realize it's around 5. Okay, the height of the prism will be around 5. The height of the prism will be around 5. So AE is 5, its EC will be 5, DB will be 5, and FA will also be 5. I just need you guys to look at the following video in order for you to understand what the triangular prism is. Please note that at times it will not be given to you like I've given it to you right now. Sometimes they'll put it on sides, so your triangles will be on the sides instead of being on top or the bottom. All right. What you also need to know is that because it's a triangular prism, it'll have 3 rectangular sides. The first rectangular side will be ECBD, the second one will be FABD, and the last one will be FACE. Those are rectangular sides. There's 3 of them, so there's 3 rectangular sides as well as 2 equiangular. I don't want to say equiangular, equivalent. Actually, it's congruent triangles, which is the green part. The green top triangle will be the same as the green bottom triangle. Okay, and please look at the video. Now here is what we call the net of the triangular prism. So the net of the triangular prism will be in this form. You will realize we have 3 rectangular sides, and these are the lengths. To get this area of 35 squared centimeters, I simply multiplied 7 centimeters with 5 centimeters. That is a rectangle, all right? Hence, I multiplied length times breadth. And for the second rectangle, get 25 squared centimeters. centimeters, which is 5 centimeters multiplied by 5 centimeters. It's a rectangle, so it's length times breadth. And the last one will be 5 centimeters multiplied by 4,24 centimeters. Please know that 4,24 centimeters is this side. Alright, I just gave you a clue of which sides once I have unfolded my prism to form what we refer to as the net of the triangular prism. Our triangle on top of the green one, the height triangle, the perpendicular height of that triangle, which is the blue line, will be centimeters. Remember, when you calculate the area of a triangle, it's half base times height. Base of the triangle, which is the yellow part, will be 7, and the height of that triangle will be 3. That will give us an area of 10,5, but that is the top part of the triangle. Remember, they're congruent, it will be congruent to the bottom part of the triangle, which will also be 10,5. And this is how I derive the total surface area. The first one will be this. Height times side will simply be that. Height times side 2 will simply be, and obviously the last part will be the area of the top triangle, but I'm going to multiply it by 2 because it is identical as the area of the bottom triangle. This is all I've said. When I make my substitutions, I will get a total surface area of 102,2 centimeters, which is 35 squared centimeters, 10,5 squared centimeters plus 21,2 squared centimeters plus 10,5 centimeters plus squared centimeters plus 25 squared centimeters. Classwork 3, please note it is due by 6 p.m. Now this is a cylinder. A cylinder only has a top part and a round body, which we're gonna cut. When we cut it, it will form what we refer to as a rectangle. Okay. Now the top part will be a circle and the bottom part will also be a circle. So you have to calculate the area of one circle and just multiply it by 2. Please note that this pink part, we call it circumference. In cricket, we normally call it the boundary. It does have the formula, and please note that even when we unfold the body, cut the body into 2, and unfold that body, that will be the size of the circumference, which is 2 pi r. Now, the net of a cylinder, this cylinder has a radius of 4 centimeters and a height of 5 centimeters. So I'm going to cut it into 2. So the top part will be a circle and the bottom part will be a circle. And I'm just showing you that it will simply be the circumference of the circle. The radius of the circle will simply be 4 centimeters. That is the circumference that I just told you about. So when I cut that circumference and make it a straight line, it will form that length, the length of a rectangle. And obviously the length of a rectangle will simply be the length of the circumference, which is 2 pi r. And the height of the prism will simply be 5 centimeters. The area of the circle will simply be pi r squared, where r is 4, which is your radius. Please note that times you will be given the diameter. If you're given the diameter, you need to divide it by 2 to get your radius. The area of the top circle will simply be 50,27, which is the same as the area of the bottom circle. Circle at the bottom, which will be 50,27. The area of the body will just be length times breadth, but remember here the length will simply be the same as the circumference of the circle. All right, now in this case I will simply multiply 2 pi r with 5 centimeters, which is a bigger h, a capital letter H, which is the height of the prism, and it'll give me 125,66 square centimeters. This is the total surface area formula you may use, where 2 pi r squared is simply the area of the two circles, and 2 pi r h is simply the area of the body that I just showed you right now, the body of the prism. When I make substitutions, what I will is I substituted my radius, which is 4, where there's the height of the prism 5, substituted 5, and it will give me a total surface area of 72 pi, and that is equivalent to 226.2 square centimeters, which is just 50,27 plus 125,66 plus 50,27. Please this as class. I'm going to play you a of my cylinder so that you can see what the cylinder is.